Hello everyone. I want to show you in this video how to access Google Classroom from a web browser, as well as some basic navigating throughout Google Classroom and kind of how it works. So when you open up Google Chrome, it'll bring you generally to this Google search tab here. And what we want to do is go up in this top right corner and click on these kind of 9 dots up here. These are the Google apps. When you click on that, it should bring up a whole bunch of different options of what Google offers for different things you can use from Google. So at the top here, we see Classroom. I could click on that and go to Google Classroom. We'll do that in a sec. I do want to show you a little trick though. If you click and hold on them, you can actually drag them around to rearrange your tabs. So that way, if you use something more often, like Drive or Docs or whatnot, you can drag them up to the top and put them right up here. If you notice, we can scroll down. They have a whole bunch of different apps to use and try. Feel free to search through those, try them out, whatnot. But if you don't see Classroom at the top, you might have to scroll down or click on More at the bottom there to find it initially. So we're going to click on Classroom, open that up, and it will bring you to this initial home page in Google Class. And this will show you all the different classes that you are in, as well as ones that teachers may have invited you into. So you can see right here, this classroom is one I'm a student of. These other ones are ones I've taught in the past years. So we can see though that it has the name of the class. Mine will have the hours here, and you also have the teacher who was teaching it. So a few things we want to note. If we click on the title at the top, this brings us into the classroom and gets us to the different work. We're going to cover that in another video. So if we want to go back to the main page, you can click on these 3 bars, the main menu in the top left, and that'll bring up this little side panel here. So we're going to click on classes first to get us back to that home page where you can choose between your different classes. If you click on it and don't want to go directly to the home page, you can click on whichever class you're a part of to jump right into that class. A few other fun things in here as well. It does have this calendar feature, which you can look between different weeks, either for all classes or a specific class. If you are in the current week, you can see which assignments may be due and when, if a teacher put a due date on them. So this is a sample one I just created to show you. It says that the assignment is due at 11:59 this Thursday, July 16th. So that would be kind of a way that you could keep track of all your assignments for either one specific class or all of them, is to kind of check on there. If we go back in here, I also want to show you this to-do list. For students or for parents, this is a great way to see what students may have to do. On here, we can see it for all the classes, or we could look at specific classes on here. Since I'm only a student for one, we just have that. But you can see if we scroll down, it shows us all the different assignments, ones that have due dates, and separates ones that didn't have a due date assigned for them. So that is an easy way to find things that you still have to accomplish and turn in, versus up here, if we click on the Done tab, that will show which ones have been completed and turned in that the teacher should be able to see. If it isn't clicked on to turn it in, teacher might not be able to access it. We'll get into that with homework submissions in a different video. But this is an easy way to follow what you still have to do versus what might still be due or be submitted. All right. And if they have old classes, there is also this archive classes where they can put older classes that they finished with in past years, but still be able to go back and access the content from them. So that is a nice way that you don't have all classes constantly on your main page. We're going to go back to this main page here one more time. A couple other things I wanted to show. On each classroom block or box here, there are these other 2 tabs at the bottom. And so these ones, this one is to open the work for life sciences class, and this one is the Google Drive folder that has been created for the class. So if we first look at the work, this again is kind of similar to that to-do list. It shows from most recent down to the oldest. If we scroll down what the work was, it'll show if it has a due date, and then also whether it's assigned, whether it's turned in. It'll even say if it's done late, if it was turned in after the due date, and also if it's missing. I believe these missings just turn up red after, if it's past that due date. I would believe they turn to black like this one once it is turned in. So that red though kind of pops out and lets you know, hey, this one's been due and you're past that date. You want to get it in or check with your teacher if you can still turn it in. If we go back to that home page again, that other tab for the Google Drive folder, this will bring up the Google Drive in a separate tab, and it'll show all assignments that the teacher has created for you or shared with you that you can then access. So these are two in this class that the teacher created for the student that they can then go in and edit and whatnot. So easy way to find all things for one class there, and a good way to organize your folders or your documents for a specific class there. All right, I hope this has been helpful. Thank you very much for watching.